just a little video on sensor cleaning of your camera, especially if you're out in the field. You want to keep your supplies with you. You got PEC pads, you got your Type 3 swabs for your full-size sensor, and you got Type 2 for your ASPC sensors. Also, two very important things: to have a spare battery. Make sure it's fully charged with your camera so your shutter don't crash on you while you're cleaning it. And your caps, one for the camera and one for the lens. So when you take it out, you don't get any extra dust in it while you're doing things before you actually get set up. So we're going to move this. Now there's a trick with these PEC pads. These camera swabs only once. You use them once with the fluid. I use this Aero clips, or you can use I actually keep these kits on here from the K&F Concepts. Keep these in your bag with you when you go out in the field. I got one for each sensor size, so I keep these on me when I go out in the field. You never know when they come in handy. Now I'll put those on the side. Now what's good about these PEC pads, once you use these things, you're supposed to throw them away. But these things are very expensive. So, you know, there's several dollars each for these things. You're just going to chuck it out. So, Camera Tech showed what you can do when you get a PEC pad. And what you do is a PEC pad. You need a PEC pad and Scotch tape. And you take one of these PEC pads. Since these can clean lenses and filters, you take one PEC pad out. Make sure you got one. And you got to take your swab and you put it in the middle and fold it, and then fold it over and fold it over like that, so you can see that. And it's hard to do this. I don't have a way to zoom in while me doing it at the same time since I'm by myself. And then you would Scotch tape this, make it sure it's nice and tight. Nice and tight. Don't touch this with your finger. Make it nice and tight. And then we'll Scotch tape it. I'll be right back in a second. I'm going to Scotch tape this thing and then show you what the result is. Or you can reuse these swabs when you use the PEC pad. And then you don't have to worry about throwing these things away. I just hold on to them, so I got spare ones. I keep it in a bag. And then if you need them, you know, you run out in the field, you'll have you ever run out, if you're doing the old way, just throwing these out, this way you have spares. So you get what I'm getting at. So you want to put this back in the bag here, so I don't want to get it dirty here. I'm touching anything. I'll put it in the bag, the other one. So you check your battery voltage and your camera. Let's move these to the side now. And then I'm going to zoom in on this thing. And let me get up there and get a little bit closer look on these things. Let me get these. This stuff is good for cleaning lenses. It's got all sorts of goodies in your filters. Keep one of these things in your case. You got all the stuff here: the blower, the filter, and microclaw, the fluid. And this is pretty good to keep with you out in the field. So always take these with me. So always make sure you take one. And I got an extra one. Came with some stuff that I bought. B&H supplied this as a little incentive when you buy a lens and stuff. They threw this in. So I'm going to take this now, and then we'll put this on the side here. And well, I'm going to zoom in on this a little bit here, and I'm going to take this out of the cage here, at least part of it, and make it a little bit easier. I'll be right back. This battery is, I don't know if you can see that, this battery's got like 73% charge, so that's going to be pretty good. So I'm going to use that battery that's in here already. Okay, you can see that there. Next thing I'm going to do is go to cleaning mode and hit cleaning mode first before I do anything. So I'm going to hit that, and then we'll continue. And then you get your message after cleaning mode. You get your message up there, and then we'll continue in a second here. Okay, next thing I want to do is take the lens out. So I'm going to take the lens off, and what I'm going to do is, you got your covers. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the lens off, put this cover back on here, just to protect any from dust, and I'm going to have this cover back on the bottom, of the lens. Keep any dust getting in there. I'm going to blow it out anyway. But that's besides the point. I just want to take extra precautions. So then what you do is you can check out your lens. I don't see any dust on there because I just did this. Actually, I can see a piece of dust in there. I don't think you can see it, but there's a piece of dust on the sensor. So I'm going to close this up. I'm going to get my blower and blow it now. Okay, so I turn it upside down. I blow it this way. I don't want to blow it down so any dust comes out and falls down. Blow it real good in all directions. Let me look in there. And that piece of dust I saw in there is now gone. Okay, that's gone. So I'm going to put the cover back on. I'm going to get my swab out. And you don't want to drench this. You just want to use a little bit of fluid on this. Oops, snaky. I don't want to get any dust on that. So all I want to do is keep it clean as possible. And then I'm going to just wet it lightly. And this one's closed. Let me get one that's open already. This is a brand new one. I got a couple extra of these. I bought several of these from B&H. And this one's open. Okay. I always like keeping plenty on me. Once I ran out, and it wasn't nice. And I needed it, and I didn't have it. So I'll make sure I have it. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the tip. You don't want to put, it's a little bit dropped out, so I just want to make sure. See, it's dripping out, so I just want to put a drop. Just a drop. All right, I'll take off the cover again, and we're going to go. This is the full size. What you can do is, you're supposed to do it back and forth like this. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's go in here. So first one direction all the way to the edge, and then I go back the other direction all the way to the edge, and that should do it. That should be nice and clean. So that should do it. Then what I do is I take a picture of a white surface, and that way I can see if there's any streaks or any dust on it. And that's it. That's what you got to do. And they'll charge you a small fortune to photo shops and places to do that. That's why I started doing it myself. And I put the cover back on. After I do that, so let this dry out. You put it back in the bag, and just change the pec pad. Next time, remember to change these pec pads. What you can do is just rip them off. That way you know you got to put it on for the next one. Or you just leave yourself a note. So that takes care of that. So I'm just going to put this back in. And then I'm going to get my lens back. Take my lens, move the camera. I'm going to take this off. I inspected it. It looks good. I don't see any dust on it. Take my camera. Look up for the dot. Line it up. And we're done. There we are. We're all done. Quick and simple. I mean, once you get the hang of it, it's a lot quicker. Just taking my time doing this, but it's not that bad. You can do the filters also using pec pads. You see, this is dusty. So what you can do is take regular lens cleaning fluid. You got regular lens cleaning. This is, oh, wrong one. Hold on. I got the right one here. Here it is. All right. I use the Zeiss lens fluid, and what I do is take the pec pad. This is the spare one I pulled out. I spray it on here, and I go to circular motion from the work your way out from inside to outside. And I take it. I get another. Then you get another one. You got another one over here, and I'm going to dry it. And then a cleaner, another clean one. These are not that expensive, so they're worth investing in. Be with you in a second. And then you get dry one, and from inside to the outside. I mean, you should periodically clean your filters and your lens so they don't get fungus on them. They will get fungus if you don't clean them. So, and keep them moisture in a moisture, as low moisture or low humidity as you can. There it is. Filter's nice and clean. No dust. Simple. Keep your equipment clean, and you're ready to go. Because you go out and you take a photo shoot or whatever, and you go out there and you see all these spots on your sensor. And you say, damn, I knew I should have cleaned that. Now I got all these dust spots. Now I got to spend hours retouching these photos. So I said, man, it takes hours sometimes to clean up a bunch of photos that you've taken. So the cleaner you got your equipment, the less headaches you're going to have when you download this stuff into your software. So keep your stuff clean, dust it off. I always have a can of air spray to spray the outside to keep the dust out. So that's self-explanatory. That'll be real safe. But always keep this. Remember, keep one for your back of your lens, one's for your camera, and always make sure you have a fully charged battery, and your blower, your PEC pads, your fluid, and you're all set to go. That's it for this one. So I hope it was a little bit informative. You know, 'cause they'll still charge you $100 to clean it as a Photoshop. Unless you know the people, they'll do it cheaper, $35, $40. But still, you can do it yourself. For the $100, you can clean it 100 times. So that's my recommendation. It's not as long as you're careful, it should be no problem. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Catch you the next.